And now we got a brand new drone video of heavy snow covering the trees in the Southern California mountains. This is an unusual amount of snow for the area during this time of year especially. And that major winter storm has caused the closure of Yosemite National Park in California. The park has received up to 15 feet of snow in some areas, forcing officials to close it down to tourists. They do not have a reopen date yet. The park announced it's working to restore critical services so visitors can return safely. That is a massive amount of snow.
Yeah, some of the ski resorts out there, Mammoth Mountain's one that comes to mind. They're well over 500, almost on their way to 600 inches of snow for the year so far.
Oh my goodness.
The West has been giveth the blessing of snow this year. The East has not.
Not us.
It's amazing, and that's how it works. It's either West or East, and this year it happens to be all West. However, there's a pattern change next week, and this is going to kind of change the game. It's going to dry things out West for the first time in a long time, and then we turn a little bit more active. So let's talk about that. The show's What's Next, and that's what we like to talk about here at 11 in your forecast is let's look long range. But first, let's go through tomorrow. Your forecast preview, thickening clouds, morning rush hour just fine. We'll have, seasonably cool conditions. Will be in the 30s. Nice breeze out of the east, so it will be on the chilly side. Leftover rain showers, and I mean downpours, and wind around tomorrow evening. In between, this is where we get the rain and the wind, and the bulk of the system is expected to move through. In terms of hour by hour tomorrow, look at this. We've got the rain, not in the morning, but 11 o'clock onwards, we're talking soaking downpours. Temperatures, not that pretty. We'll be in the 40s for much of the day tomorrow, even upper 30s near the lakeshore before we peak temperatures, much like we've done. And many Thursdays into Fridays, we'll peak temperatures in the evening tomorrow. So here's our system down towards the south. We're counting on the moisture part of this, and boy, is it plentiful. Looking at PWatts, that's a meteorological term. It's precipitable water values. You can measure that column of moisture up into the atmosphere, and if you wring it out, it gives you a number. They are at all-time highs for this time of year in portions of the southern plains. So this moisture is plentiful with this system. We've had an area of low pressure at the mid and upper levels swinging down, and that is creating this lift in the atmosphere out ahead of it. That's sparking the severe weather we've had across areas of Texas. That's stretching all the way into Mississippi. Overnight tonight, the problem is going to shift east into the Tennessee Valley, and you can see numerous tornado watches, even some severe thunderstorm warnings right now as this line continues to advance east. On the northern side of it, it's a wind and a flood threat. And that flood threat's going to be primarily across central and southwestern Ohio, stretching all the way back down towards Arkansas. Look at all these flash flood warnings right now as the heavy rain goes over the same area over and over again in Arkansas. That threat again shifts in our direction tomorrow. Heaviest rain expected to be in western Ohio and again central and southwestern Ohio. So that brings a lot of our southwest counties into play. This is brand new data that just came in over the last 10 minutes, and it's less than the rainfall amounts. I'll show you why. Still a lot. We're talking close to an inch area wide, but some of the heavier amounts still hinting at western Ohio. That's where our flood watch is, also down towards Holmes County and Tuscarawas County under a flash flood watch tomorrow morning through the evening. That's when that threat is. So here it is, National Zymark hour by hour forecast. Why have totals come down a little bit? Well, as we go through time, remember, we're going to start cloudy. Rain moves in by 10, 11 o'clock, eventually into the Cleveland area by noon. Look at this. This is not a block of rain anymore. It's more kind of scattered before the block of rain moves in. So if you get 2 or 3 less hours of heavy rain, numbers are going to come down a little bit, but still a soaker. By 5 o'clock, we're talking heavy downpours. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder. I know temperatures will be near 40, but there's lots of lift in the atmosphere. The rain will continue with wind gusts over 40 at times throughout the evening hours. Here's your peak temperatures. It's 9 o'clock at night. We're finally hitting 50 degrees, and then the cold air wraps in on the backside. We can say goodbye to the rain by about 2 a.m. Saturday morning. Leftover flurries on Saturday in the morning. Otherwise, we'll have gradually clearing skies and much cooler behind this system. Check this out. Coast of Maine. There's some snow right now. Why am I showing you that? Keep an eye on this. We're going to go long range. Here's the system right now. Watch what happens as we go over the next week. This system goes up towards Greenland. Still here, still spinning. Here comes that snow that's off the coast of Maine right now. This is next Wednesday. This eventually attaches to some system, and all the models agree with this. That comes down and brings cold air in here. There's going to be a blocking high pressure up here. So next week we're looking snowier and much colder. That is not what our plants popping out of the ground want to hear. But look at the numbers. Union Home Mortgage 10-day forecast. We peak again on Monday, perhaps in the 60s, and then we're talking 30s for days, maybe even upper 20s for highs with snowflakes around here Friday, Saturday, and next Sunday. What a change, Laura Queso.
Okay, winter's still sticking around for just a little bit.